So hey guys, today we're doing what if Shinra had health limb. I already recorded this. I don't know if it was recording right now because I couldn't hear my voice in the other one. So I'm gonna make sure if this is not working, I'm not gonna do another part of this. I'm gonna find another platform. So let me speed through it because I already made this. So Shinra basically has Itachi's and Dabi's creep flames, right? So like So the flower bloomed in purgatory. It was once red, but it turned blue, and a flame came off of that blue flame. It came up, and a blue flame appeared. Then it was surrounded by with a black flame. Now, when Satan tried to touch the flower, it burnt him, also taking some of his powers, which I'll explain later on in the video. It would then the flame would be so hot it would burn a whole true purgatory. When it burned the whole true purgatory, when it burned the whole true purgatory, it went into Shinra's body as a fetus. So yeah, Shinra was born with this ability. Time skip. Shinra's house burning. Shinra would run out the house and see his mom with a half infernal face, half demon infernal face actually. She would tell him that she'll always be proud of him, always protect him, always look for him, and always look out for him, and she will always lift him to the day her soul completely dies or goes away. She kisses Shinra on the forehead, takes off 3 rings that she had in her hand, and told him, "One day you would have to pick one more than one wife. I ran away from my family because I didn't want that happening to you, or I didn't want it happening to me. But one day it will happen. But Shinra, no matter what you do, just just try to love them, no matter what, and give these rings to who you love the most, the 3 people that you feel you will spend the rest of your life with." She would then take off a necklace, and then she would tell Shinra to give this to the first person that you decide is gonna be your wife. Now, after that, Shinra ate a bug. Well, a bug crawled into Shinra's mouth. It was an Adola bug. When he bit onto it, one of his eyes became turned into a blue flame. A blue flame was coupled into one of his eyes, and his feet and his hands were engulfed with a black and blue flame. After this, Shinra went to an orphanage. He spent at least a week in there until the Tsukayomi family came to get him. They figured out where his mother. I figured out that Shinra's mother died, and she was originally a part of that family, but she ran away obviously because she didn't want to have 3 husbands. Shinra went to his new home, I guess. Let me show you the home. This is Shinra's new home. You can see they're very wealthy and they have a lot of money. Yeah, this is his whole house. So Shinra would go there, and he would spend most of his life there. He would still go to school and all, but this would change. Shinra still has his nervous tick, but no, the teacher would take good measures now to clarify what exactly happening with his tick. So Shinra had to go up on the podium and speak of what happened on the day his mother died and his brother died, and he would have to explain what his smile meant. His smile didn't mean that he did it. It didn't mean that he enjoyed something. He was either nervous, afraid, or excited, and everybody felt sad for Shinra because he had to go through that much pain at such an early age. So Shinra's life would not be as bad, but there's some people that still judge him, like his grandmother, which also tried to get back in contact with him because she also wanted some of the money that he had, which obviously became being being Tsukayomi. So his full name is Shinra Tsukayomi. So Shinra would start his training. He would activate his black and blue flames, and he would try to see how long his flame lasts without he doing anything with it. First, it would be one day. He would go inside after the day ended. He would come back outside in the morning, and the flame was still there. It would happen for at least a week, and their Shin would realize that his flame is eternal. He tried putting water on it. He tried doing everything, but he had an idea. He snapped his fingers. When he snapped his fingers, his eyes changed. His left eye had an X in it, and his other eye had a circle surrounding his pupil. He was a fourth, third, and second generation, so he could control flames, could emit flames, and had an Adola burst. Now, this now something would happen while Shenron was sleeping. He was training. He was learning how to do taijutsu, how to hold in his flames at one point and then release them at a second point. So he's basically learning martial arts, and he was basically training like an army man, like a person that was in the army, learning like NBA, learning some martial arts, judo, learning all, learning how to shoot gun, learning to show how to shoot guns, learning dagger, learning how to use a dagger, basically like army work, right? Learning how to stand at salute at a proper pace, learning army time, which if you didn't know, army time is kind of different than like natural time because it's O1 and O2. I'm a cadet. Like I'm a cadet. If you don't know what cadet is, like it's like a y'all niggas know what a cadet is, but it was pretty confusing when I was actually learning it. Like it was it was really like confusing, but hey, I got through it anyways. So when he was sleeping, he would appear in Adola. Yeah, he would appear in Adola. His flames are harder than Adola's flames, so like yeah. This is where he would see the evangelist, the one that you're never supposed to look in the eyes. But this something's different. The evangelist couldn't look Shinra in the eyes. You see, when she did look at Shinra and Shinra looked at her, one of her eyes engulfed with a blue flame. This is because Shinra also had Satan's powers. Now remember, I told you it took Satan's powers, so let me explain. You see, since Shinra's flames are harder than Adola itself, Shinra can break off a branch of Adola so he can make his own plane. Send the people to Adola, but keeping their real bodies in reality. So I'm basically giving him Tsukayomi. Basically, that's basically what it is. And you see, you want to know why the evangelist could not look Shinra in the eyes, because his flames were harder than hers. The more she looked at him, the more she died. But anyways, Shinra learns more martial arts and fighting combat techniques. He would actually talk to the evangelist and the evangelist would try to tell him to go to the White Lotus or White of the evangelist, but Shinra wouldn't. He wouldn't give a shit. He would just go into his own plane and try to figure out what it does. When he got there, he called this place Tsukayomi, naming it after his last name. He would then decide to spread his flames, and then he would stamp his foot. When he stamped his foot, a black and blue flame in like circle around him, and then they started to spread around the place. The sky became red, and the ground became engulfed in black flames. There were skeleton hands reaching out of the ground, and then there were three crosses in front of Shinra. So after that, Shinra would go to like the academy, the Fire Force Academy. But this is the end of the video. I'm just gonna tweak some disclaimers. There's gonna be a lot of changes in the channel itself. Well, the channel I'm now gonna do Shield Hero what ifs, and I'm doing